Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the How's Your Minge Podcast with my good friend, my new daddy, who's letting me live with him, James, Mr. James Solis, aka the palest Mexican in America.
Okay, wow. You know what? I let him do the intro one time, and this is what we get. So you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. Let's see if I let you do that again. All right. Well, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. It's another beautiful day in this beautiful place that we're in. How was your day?
It was very good. I had a
Yeah.
nice breakfast.
What did you have for breakfast?
Bacon, cooked by the master
Just had a lot of
himself,
bacon. Who made it?
James.
I just wanted to hear him
The
say it.
crispiest bacon of all time.
It is the perfect bacon. And when he says crispy, well, let's clarify, not burnt, crispy.
Cooked to perfection, just like the steaks, bro. Just like the steaks.
I do make good steaks. I'm not even going to lie. I make good steaks.
Definitely
I'm
do.
proud of my steaks. I am. I make good meat. And you can't deny.
I can't deny.
You can't deny it. My meat is good.
Just ask Tata.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the meat, the bacon.
Oh, yeah. He's talking about the bacon.
Hopefully she doesn't see that part.
Oh, he's in so much trouble. Oh, she's going to watch this, and you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, she's probably going to kick me out just like Joe.
Yep, you're going to get kicked out. Next thing you know, you're going to be back with...
Damn it.
You know, you're back in Ireland, back where you belong. Get back there.
Goddamn immigrant.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Like, wow, that was wild. That's a wild thing to say. Does this look like I'm eating a microphone right now?
I don't know.
Does this look like I'm
Does it
eating a
look like
bag
he's
of microphones?
eating the
Does this look like
microphone?
I'm just going? Okay, that probably didn't help. That didn't help at all. No.
So we have a big adventure planned for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to it. Nice weather, nice scenery, nice snacks.
Take everything with a grain of salt. It is Maine. You never know. The weather can change.
Don't be putting no, it's going to be beautiful. We actually went on a mini little adventure the other day, and I got to see what were the vultures? There was like 4 of them flying around. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, we
don't have those.
turkey vultures. We got to see some
Birds of
turkey
prey in
vultures out
Ireland.
there. Yeah, that was pretty cool. He was fascinated because they were birds of prey, and he was just like, "That's my bird right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my bird."
I like birds of prey. I like them.
He likes birds that prey.
You coming up? We got Jojo in the house. The How's Your Minge Podcast mascot. What's happening, bro?
Look at this little fella. Look at this fluffy little boy.
Little warrior.
Look at that face. How can you not
Legend.
love that face?
That's the true man of the house right there, isn't it, Jojo?
Okay. You know what? Since we got Jojo here right now, let me move my phone anyway. I'm sorry, little fella.
Good boy.
Since we got Jojo here right now, let's ask this question. Everybody, dogs or cats? Which one?
Ooh.
And if you've got a snake, it doesn't count. Okay, it doesn't count. Okay, no, you can say what you want. It's a snake. It's a snake. I'm a little biased against snakes. I have a big fear of snakes. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So if you've got a snake,
Yeah, but they're boring.
don't
They don't
send
do
us a
anything.
picture of it. We don't want to see it.
They
Yeah,
don't
it's
do
just
anything.
well, they'll try to eat you
Yeah, but that's
if they're big enough. They will try to eat you.
Yeah, no, I like dogs and cats. Dogs are more compatible, I think, with humans. So as a friend, like, you know what I mean? Cats kind of just come and go on their own
I think it
basis.
depends on the person. Some people are better with dogs, and some people are better with cats. The demeanor of the person really, really helps define that.
No, I just think dogs crave more love and attention. They're more so like, as they say, man's best friend. Where a cat's just like, yeah, you can give me attention on my own time, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I've met some incredible.
Are they house cats though? That people buy a cat and they don't let them out of the house, which is to me is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, no, I mean, it's cats. See, I'll actually say it's Corona's cats. I've met Corona's cats. Tits. Probably one of my favorite cats I've ever met in my lifetime, and she is very loving.
Yeah.
I remember we were staying at Cronus one night, and she didn't want to have anything to do with me yet up to that point, and I'm laying there sleeping, and it was like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I feel her nudging like right up underneath my arm, and she cuddles right up here on my chest, up super super close, and I picked her up and I moved her, and she did it 4 times until I finally had to realize, no, she's gonna sleep here, and I can either keep fighting her. But this is her house. She's going to cuddle. And she was the best cuddler. Oh,
Yeah.
She was the cutest cuddler, bro. She just snuggled right in. I loved her. And so that's one of the cats and it wasn't just on her time. She just had to warm up to me. And after that, she just was inseparable. She
Which
just
meant on her
loved me.
time.
Yeah. No, that was just in the beginning until she was comfortable
Dear,
with me. After that, she was all over me the whole time.
What's
Any
the
chance
name of
I
those
sat down,
cats?
she'd be on me. Tits is one of them.
No, what's the name of the actual breed? They're the most
Oh,
disgusting looking
Sphinx
cats
cats.
I've ever seen in my life.
A Sphinx cat.
They're horrible looking, aren't they?
They're not horrible looking.
Bro,
They're
they're mad looking.
interesting looking. At first, it just looks like a giant naked mole rat.
Jojo, what's wrong, baby?
And yeah, at first it looks like a giant naked mole rat. It does. It looks like a giant penis at first. But then you get up close and you pet them, and you can actually take their skin and kind of like stretch it out and like pull it over their eyes and stuff. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. They're actually really cute. They are. I actually didn't like Sphinx cats at first until I met Coronas, and then I met Coronas and I was like, okay, these are just not fluffy kitties.
Yeah, any animals do it for me.
But this guy right here, this is the mascot for How's Your Minge, the podcast. And, you know, I don't think we could have picked a better one. He's the cutest. Look at this little guy. Look how happy he is.
He's
He
the
just
legend.
wants to hang out with the boys, wants to hang out with us wherever we go. And, you know, as long as mom's not around. If mom's around, you know, I'm just a play toy. I'm a play
Number
toy.
2 on the list.
Mom gets all the snuggles.
Snuggles.
So we actually got, do you know why we got Jojo?
No boy.
So when Tata first came to the U.S., it was really hard for her to adapt to everything here, being alone in the house and not having really anything to do. She couldn't work, didn't have a work visa, couldn't travel outside of the country back and forth, you know, go see her family and all. She was just stuck here waiting for the green card. And, you know, for a long time, that was really hard for her. And so around the first Christmas comes around, and I'm thinking, I've got to do something. So she's not so alone in the house and feels like she's got a friend. That's not a human friend, because she was, you know, she was having trouble because of her English, trying to make American friends, and they just didn't seem to care or respect her enough to have conversations and get to know her.
Why, because she was brown?
No. It was because of the language barrier. Always with the jokes.
Well, you said they where you lived, they were kind of like, yo, what the hell? When
Yeah.
she came into town, right? She got like...
Oh, here? When she first moved
a bit
here?
of a hard time.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it wasn't just here either. Whenever we went anywhere, people, I mean, still, even to this day, sometimes people will see me and her together as a couple, and they'll give us looks, man.
No way.
They'll give us straight up looks. And I'm not going to lie. I honestly didn't think it existed. I didn't think it was real. I didn't think any of that was something that happened, especially up in this area. And then we'd go out together, and people would like walk straight up to us and be like, "Why are you together?" It was wild. It was wild, man. That actually happened at a restaurant.
Pack of uneducated
Walked right up to us and was like,
fools.
"Why are you two together? Why are you with her?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? Honestly, why is she with me?" That's my question.
What?
It was wild.
Who
man.
said that to you? A bloke, like? A
Yeah,
man?
no, a girl.
A girl? You should
Yeah.
have... No, I suppose the girl you can't. If it was a bloke, you should have 6 to 12 elbowed him in the forehead, bro.
No, I don't need to. Tata's got it when it comes to that stuff.
Why you weird? What the hell?
That woman can pop off if she needs to, bro. That woman is, I love it. I love watching her do it too, because it's terrifying in like the most beautiful way. It's like watching a panda go
What a
crazy
rude,
and-
ignorant question to ask somebody. There's a lot of people just say dumb shit because there's no consequences behind their actions. They have,
Yeah.
dare I stir the pot and say, because they have laws today that protect the weak. AKA, if there was no laws, you'd just smash their head in. Buzzies. I'm joking. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh, let me get back to my story. Okay. About Tata and why I got Jojo. So she was really lonely. And so I got her for Christmas, I decided we were going to adopt a dog. She didn't know, and she always told me she was scared to get a dog because she'd had a bad experience with a dog growing up where they chased her and like had tried to bite her. So I got Jojo through my parents. They'd already had a dog, his brother, and we reached out to the breeder and we asked, if we could adopt Jojo, did all the paperwork and everything for it, and had him flown into Maine from Arkansas. And he arrives, and me and my mom and my dad all go to the airport. My parents made it look like they were going to go fly somewhere, and we were taking them to drop them off. Although the whole plan was that we were going there to pick up Jojo. So my parents had brought suitcases and everything to make it look legit. I was so impressed with my parents, honestly, in that too, just because they went all out to try to convince Tata that this was it was all just to take us to the airport. We get to the airport, me and my dad go in to check them in, and we get Jojo. We put him in my coat, hide him in. We come back outside to the car. I walk over to the door. I open it up, and I open up my coat jacket, and she sees Jojo, and she just starts crying instantly. I've actually got a video of it, actually, and everything. So she's crying, and she's just, like, holding him, and she's falling in love with him instantly, and he's just sitting there just licking all over her. Oh, he was the happiest little thing because, he'd been on a plane all that time. So he's just like, I'm free, and this person's being really nice to me, and she seems really happy. So he was so happy. It was a beautiful time, and then she had, like, a best friend she could hang out with all the time. Until she started making real friends. Once she got her work visa and everything, she's got a job. She started being able to make really, really good friends. And Adele is one of her best friends. But Jojo is still, I think, her original best friend and will be for hopefully many, many years
Jojo's the OG, bro. Jojo's the OG.
Yeah. He survived everything from car crashes to getting run over by a car.
Warrior.
Falling into waterfalls.
Did he fall into a waterfall?
Yeah, he fell into waterfalls. He was jumping across a crack between where the water was flowing in between. He was jumping across between it.
And he fell into it?
Yeah, slipped one of the times. Slipped in because he was wet. So he hit the other side and he slipped and fell down into the waterfall. And it just took him down, dropped him down, and he just swam to the shore. He swims really good. Okay, but still, like, Tata obviously scared, really scared. And he's just, like, swimming around. But he falls into the water, drops down, bloop into the other water, pops his head back up and swims to the nearest shore he can.
He's like his owner, so always getting into dangerous mischief.
Yeah, I love it though. He's such a little adventurer. He doesn't no fear.
He loves being out in the mountains, all right, that's for sure.
He does. Well, his name means Jojo.
His name means
Jojo. His name means nature in Indonesian.
Wait, did you tell me that?
Yeah, I think I've told you that before.
Oh yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
But Jojo is the Indonesian word for nature, or the Javanese word for nature. So, yeah, Tata. That's why Tata named him Jojo. And we didn't know he was gonna love nature until, like, he grew up and kind of showed us what it is he wanted and what he liked and what he loved. And he thrives outdoors, anywhere outdoors. Any mountain, he'll hike any mountain. And he broke his spine and both his back legs by getting run over by a car. And he still will climb any mountain you put in front of him so happily, 17 times compared to the one time you climb it.
Yeah, up and down. So much fun. He loves it. He loves that shit. He loves it. I got a question to ask you, or maybe the people. Remember that I asked it in the car? It's going to piss a lot of people off, maybe, mate.
Oh, God, not that question. Not that question.
Yeah, I'm going to ask anyway. How come in America, if you hang an American flag outside your house, you're automatically labeled a Trump supporter or a racist?
I'm not going to say that that's true. I don't think that people assume just because you have an American flag hanging out.
Okay, well, hang on then.
For context, though, he is saying this because we drove through the town we live in and we saw a Mexican flag, we saw a Ukrainian flag, we saw a Palestinian flag, we saw 2 gay pride flags, not one American flag, not one, anywhere. And we stopped counting flags after we got to 5 because we was on one strip of a part of the street that we were driving on.
And it was a long street. Okay, let me reword the question. And how come if you hang an American flag outside your house in this country, people apparently automatically know who you're voting for?
That's well said. Okay, that's well said. Welcome to...
That's a good question, right?
Well, that's an accurate question. Yeah, that's an accurate question. Very well worded.
An accurate statement, maybe.
It is a very accurate statement, yeah. Pretty much because you can't love this country and also support all of the little side groups as well, as the way they look at it. You have to support them first. And if America isn't giving us money to do what we want to do and support the little side projects with taxpayer dollars that we want to do, then you shouldn't support this country. Some of those same people are burning our flags.
I have seen that.
And we're supposed to support them more now because, oh, you burned our flag. You're right. We were wrong. Here you go. Here you go. I'm so sorry we didn't give it to you the first time. Thank you for showing us how you really feel. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Where's the logic?
Yeah, where's the logic? How does it make any sense? How does it make any sense?
It does not. So I'm sure we'll get a few answers in the comments to that one.
I'm sure some people will be upset about that, but it is true. If you have an American flag in your house, people will assume you're conservative.
Here's another question: why do so many people get upset and offended by facts?
Oh, we talked about this many times. Yeah, facts over feelings. It seems people care more about the feelings of how they feel about a subject or a situation than they care about the actual facts to that same subject. Yeah, no, you can show it on paper, proven, data. Scientific studies. Everybody saw it. Everybody voted, yeah, this is exactly how it works. No, my feelings say that's racist. I mean, it's not just racist. They find a new term or a new word to say that's wrong, and they come up with a new thing to say this hurts this feeling about me. And they may have to create a whole new feeling to even be able to be mad about it. It's really just a way for them to be able to get other people to get behind them and help protest something they don't like, or people just want to yell about something and they want everybody else to do what they're doing because they feel secluded. You remember we used to bully people, and the people who got bullied felt secluded? Well, now those people who felt secluded and got bullied have now become the bullies. And that's exactly what happened.
Bring back bullying.
To some degree. Yeah. To some degree. I do think we should bring back bullying to some degree. Now, when I say bullying, I don't mean like waterboarding kids in the bathroom, swirlies and all that kind of thing. I mean people being able to take getting pushed out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, or taking a little bit of stick, man. See, in Ireland, bro, fuck it. We call it, like, jokingly, what do you call it? Giving each other shit. We call it giving stick.
It's how you grow emotionally.
Bro, see, in Ireland, your own mother gives you stick, like pure dog abuse. But it's in that's what you hear me saying to Bella all the time. You need to stop, because Bella's like that. She's like, oh, I'm like, you need to give that up, or you're getting your Irish card revoked, because that's not how Irish people carry on. You got to be able to take stick and give stick back without getting bored about it. Like,
well, and that's where my mom gets it from, because she used to be able to give it back to us, and she had, all the boys in the house. She could handle all of us and whip us into shape in no time. Most of the time, too, just a look was enough to put us in line. But if she had to say anything, you were scared. Your heart froze cold right in the stop. You're like, no, mom's gonna murder me.
No, Irish parents are like not necessarily like that, but like Irish mothers, grandmothers, like they'd be like, you stupid fucking cunt. They'd be like, fathead.
Okay, she never called me any of that. I will say like, straight up the bat, my mom never called me anything close to that.
No, not in a vicious way. They'd be like, what are you doing, you fucking stupid cunt, or you stupid bitch, or like just jokingly saying, yeah, all right, fathead, hurry up and do what you're told to do. Like,
fathead sounds more like something my mom. The other one's a little extreme.
No, but not in a vicious way. It's just how they talk in Ireland. They're just giving people are just giving abuse, like. But
well, I mean,
in a joking
parents
way.
Are generally always it's going to be a response or something in a joke or a loving manner if they're a loving parent.
Yeah.
If they're genuinely trying to be a parent, it's hard to be a parent. I've talked to a lot of people about this subject because it's something very close to my heart about whether or not children are on the books for me and Tata. So, yeah, that's something I talked to a lot of people about their feelings and opinions and, what life has been like having kids, or some people that are in the midst of having kids, what it's like through the pregnancy and everything. And I'm still
it's
still
tough
on
going
board.
through the pregnancy, bro. It's, you know what I mean? You gotta, it's really hard. Like, you have to do, we don't do shit.
I was like, yo, you really want to say that? I was like, I'm not touching that part of this.
Come on, ladies, get over yourself. It's only a few contractions. I just...
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Where soon there will only be one host. If you could get a dog, what kind of dog would you get?
Oh.
I won't let you because I'm your landlord, and, Daddy doesn't let you get dogs.
Sorry, my mind just went blank. ADHD. We could get... it doesn't really matter, because if I was getting a dog, I'd get a rescue dog. But maybe if you could find like
what a man.
A German Shepherd in the rescue, that would be cool. I like German Shepherds.
Yeah.
But yeah, any dog, man. I've had loads of rescue dogs. I absolutely adore dogs, or any animals. I did, and I said it on the show, but I blanked it out. I want to eventually one day somehow, some way, set up like an animal sanctuary where you literally take in horses, cows, pigs, cats, dogs, ducks, whatever, and just let them live the rest of their life out on the farm, running around free. I want a cow though. I want a mini cow. So maybe someone out there knows how I can go about that. You'd have to set it up as a non-profit or something, would you?
Oh, what?
An animal shelter, but well, it's not a shelter. It's like just buy loads of land
It's an
somewhere.
animal rescue.
An animal rescue farm, ranch, whatever.
Yeah, people do it up here. There's a lot of people that do it up here.
Yeah.
Actually, me and Tata
So
talked
cool.
on the show about how we want to do it in Indonesia for the dogs.
Oh.
We want to
I
raise a
think you
center for
said
the
that.
dogs. Yeah, I've told you about this.
Yeah, you said that on the last one, didn't
Yeah,
you?
but
yeah.
we actually talked about it on the show and how that was something we really want to do in the future is because we saw all the dogs in Bali and throughout Indonesia, basically all throughout Indonesia, the homeless dogs, they're just running in the streets and no love at all for them from the people. Like there's very few people that are actually caring for them or loving on them.
Yeah, they eat them over there, don't they?
No, they don't eat the dogs over there. Stirring that pot. He's always over here stirring that pot. Well, get the dog out of the stir fry, motherfucker.
We love dogs.
But yeah, so seeing the dogs over there. Oh man, that was sad. That was tough to see.
Do you know in Turkey, bro, when I was over getting my teeth, they have they've homeless dogs and cats everywhere, right? Because people can't afford to look after them.
Yeah.
Maybe Sarper can.
That's the same as Indonesia then.
Yeah,
Same as that.
maybe Sarper can chip in on this one, but basically, no. Listen to this. What the government do is they'll take them all in. From what I understand, from what I was told, they take all the animals in, make sure they're not aggressive, make sure they're not vicious. They'll give them all their injections, and then they'll tag their ear and put them back out in the street, so you know this animal's safe. He has his injections everywhere, bro. Everywhere. You'll see locals, me and Bella, they just go get food. They put it on the. All the locals just look after the homeless dogs, homeless cats.
Damn.
They're so friendly. They're absolutely everywhere. They're the most friendliest animals ever, and that's how they should do it. That's how they should look after it.
I love that.
It's
I
amazing,
love that.
bro,
They
yeah.
do tag them and give them all their vaccines in
Every
Indonesia
single.
as well.
Oh, do they?
Same, everything.
that's cool.
Because they had rabies. That's why Jojo couldn't go to Indonesia.
Yeah.
It was because of the rabies had taken over such a large part of the country. Thousands of dogs got put down. Thousands of dogs, cats, and all kinds of animals got put down.
Another part they left out of the show.
Yeah. Yep. So they've all been vaccinated now. They've all been given rabies. They've all been checked for rabies, and then a lot of them have all been spayed and neutered and all, and they're put back out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
That's the way they should look after it. They need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poor animals, man. Animals have more love than humans to give, as far as I'm concerned, and humans
100%.
treat them like shit.
Every single one of them too. Like I've never met a bad animal. I've met a mean animal, but I've never met a bad one.
And if they're mean, it's because of the dickheads that had them before, bro.
Not always. Some animals are just born to be mean. There are some animals that are just
Because
mean.
it's being bred into them as in fighting dogs, but that's the humans that do that. Apparently, there's a fucking.
I'm not talking about dogs. I'm talking about actual like wildlife.
Oh, okay,
Wild
yeah.
creatures. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Dogs,
yeah.
no,
There's mean
there's
motherfuckers out there.
Any dog, yeah, 100%. It's because somebody hurt that dog or hurt another dog down the line from that dog.
And it can be turned around. It can
Mhm.
be vicious, aggressive, and you can give it the love it deserves and needs, and it literally flip it around like
Yeah,
that.
it's literally like mutual respect between man and dog,
Mm.
or man and creature. Same, you know,
I've
if you
had
have a
lo-
cat or any creature really.
Most of my cats and dogs were all rescued, but my favorite dog was Jessie. She actually, some dude had her behind where I used to live, and someone told me he was just breeding her. Yeah, like literally like a puppy mill. She was just breeding her. So long story short, I went down, took the dog off him, and when I got him, and she was only like, I don't know what she was, a year or something, and he had bred her twice. So he bred her at 6 months. I didn't even know that was possible.
I don't. Yeah, that's insane.
And you could see her like, oh, it was disgusting. Or maybe it was longer, I don't know, but I know he bred her twice anyway, because I had to get all the papers and stuff. But yeah, after a week of being with me, she was like, she literally larger than like male pit bulls, because she was, you know them, what are they called? Oh, English.
Mastiff?
Yeah, mastiffs. Yeah,
Yeah,
English ones, the little.
Oh, the English bulldog.
No, I think it's called English Staffordshire. Something.
Staffordshire. Yeah.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, she was awesome. She was a nice dog. I just like to stir the pot sometimes, but it's not. you know, like I said, it can be
He
misconstrued.
always likes to stir the pot, okay? He always. That's what he wants to do. Stir the mother loving
come
pot
here.
every time.
That's all.
24/7.
Did you not see some of the comments I was responding back yesterday? And I was like, this is so bad. And like,
You were getting bored. I could tell you were getting bored because the more bored he gets, the more wild your comments were getting.
But did you see on the few of them, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just stirring the pot because I felt so bad. And they were just nice, giving their opinion, but.
Yeah, the more bored this guy gets, the worse the comments get, and the more wild he'll start coming. So that's why in the podcast, the longer they go on, the more wild he starts getting, and the conversation topics start getting more interesting. If you watch to the end, or just fast forward to the end right now, go to the end, see what we're talking about, and then come back here and just be like, yeah, they were right. Because as it gets to the end of this podcast, he will be getting more and more weird and talking about weirder and weirder subjects and being more and more carefree and lackadaisical about whatever he says. It happens every time. Every time.
But yeah, Mother's Day is tomorrow.
It is. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. You're in Ireland right now. I love you. I would send you flowers, but you know, it's Ireland. Go look at some flowers and some sheep.
Don't mind him. I have all the phone numbers to the florist in Ireland. Where is she?
Shut the front door right now.
I'm joking.
Right
Yeah,
now. But do you actually have the numbers for them?
Yeah.
Wait, could you actually help me get some flowers delivered tomorrow?
It depends where she is, but it's probably a bit late now because it's nighttime over there. So
Well, I mean, obviously, if it's a day late, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no, we definitely could sort that out.
We're gonna I'm gonna get some flowers into my mom from Ireland. This guy's gonna help me. He's gonna help me. He's got the hookup.
Actually, I should send my own mother some flowers. Shout out to my own mother. I know she's going through a hard time at the minute, so love you, and
love you, Sean's mom.
I'll be home to see you soon. And yeah, James is gonna send you some flowers too.
I'll send you some flowers. I'll literally send them with Sean. He can bring them to you from America.
You gotta pick them
when he gets it. So now you get to carry a bouquet of flowers too.
Would they? They wouldn't even let you, would they? Oh no, that's America. America wouldn't let you bring flowers into the country because of the seeds and stuff.
You might be able to take some flowers out. I'll make sure that he can take them out. I'll get flowers that he can take out.
We'll press them and hide them.
Press them and hide them.
Hide them in the luggage. Wait, so what's after Mother's Day? What's the next? July the 4th, is it? 4th of July?
Yeah, 4th of July. Is that the next one after that?
America! Fuck yeah!
Well, let's see. What holidays we got coming up? We got Mother's Day. We know we got Mother's Day coming up on Monday.
Oh, wait, when's Veterans Day? June, is it?
Slow down. We got Mother's Day on Sunday. And then the next holiday we have would be... Well, those aren't holidays. Those are things I've got happening. Memorial Day, 26th of May.
Okay, explain. What's Memorial Day again? Is that the Independence, Freedom or something? Oh, what the fuck?
Memorial Day is one of the federal holidays in the United States for honoring and mourning the U.S. military personnel who have died.
That's the least you could do. But anyways,
True. No, it's true.
No, I know. When's Veterans Day? We absolutely love and adore and respect the shit out of veterans in this house. Not just American veterans, every single last veteran.
All veterans of all wars.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a soldier and you've served your country, you know, honorably, like that's a hats off to you for that. Period. And
you should be looked after by your government for the rest of your damn life.
You should, because you may not have fought for a war that you support, but you did your
took
time,
the orders,
you did your
and
service.
you did your job. Yeah.
Yep, and you followed your orders and you did what you needed to do. Whether or not we support what you did, we support that you served your country honorably.
Yeah. Shout out to the veterans.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all of you. Hats off to all of you as well.
Oh, look at the new haircut. You sexy bastard.
I knew if I took my hat off, you were going to start.
You sexy bastard.
I mean, your hair kind of looks like a... how would I say it?
You
know what it looks like? You know what it looks like?
Fluffy and shit. What?
It looks like a minge.
Oh, I kind of like that.
It looks like a minge.
What kind of fucking minges do you have your face in, mate?
Oh. They're apparently the bushy kind. Bushy kind.
We all love a little bit of bush, ladies.
But no, I don't know how far we are on the podcast, but how's your minge? I hope it's holding up well. I hope your panties are still not in a knot. And if they are in a knot, you've already left and abandoned us this far in. You gave up on us? You gave up on us emotionally. I am traumatized that you would just abandon us in our time of need. Now is when we need you. Now is when we need you to listen clearly, concisely. And it's very important that you do everything we say from here to the next 10 seconds. Go check out our Instagram page and follow us. Yeah, go follow our Instagram page. Make sure you go do it. Go do it right now. Go check us out. How's Your Minge Podcast, Instagram. Check us out. Follow us. Subscribe. Do all those things. It's really fun. It's a good time. You can check us out on Spotify as well. We're also on Spotify. So all the links are down below. Check us out. Go follow us. Go follow us, guys.
I got a question for you, mate. What's one thing your parents taught you that still sticks today?
It's one thing my parents taught me. Work ethic.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Good man.
And it's not just about working hard. It's about working smart. And it's about making sure you're able to take care and provide for your family. And that's always been a big thing for me.
Was that your parents or your father?
That's both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them. Because when it came to growing up, my parents started their own business. And my mom worked in the office.
Oh, yeah.
My dad worked. My dad was the one who went and did all the physical labor in the field. But my mom, I watched her work in that office, and man, that was stressful work.
And look after the fucking
And
24 years.
She was raising 6 of us at the time and homeschooling all of us while full-time running an office. And she was the only one answering all these calls. There would be all 6 of us in the background screaming and yelling.
Yeah, I could imagine homeschooling this guy was hard enough, let alone fucking 6 years.
Yeah, I was definitely one of the harder ones.
I can imagine.
I'm not going to lie. I was one of the harder ones. But, I mean, I watched both of them put in that work and put in that time. But so I can't say that it was one over the other because my mom did everything she did and put in that work and that time for all of us to, raise us right, but also trying to, get this business up and off the ground to be able to provide for all of us as well. So it was my dad and my mom that did it together. And I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I feel like my mom might have had the harder part of it. Like in a big way. I really do. I really do.
Shout out mom and pops.
Yeah, I love my parents so much. I love them both so much. And they both put a lot of love and a lot of work into raising my family and my siblings and all of us together. And it wasn't that easy. We didn't make it easy. I made it as hard as I could. I swear I did. Black sheep of the family for a reason, okay? I deserved every bit of it. I did. Obviously, it's not quite as bad now, but I've all grown up and matured a little bit, and I've looked back on it, and I'm like, why didn't you murder me?
Poor James.
Yeah, I love my family. I love my family, big family. I have always loved big families, and I loved growing up in a big family. But when I think of myself having a big family,
you're like, hell no.
Oh, God. I'm like, Jojo's enough. Jojo is a great, that's enough for me. Jojo and Tata, boom. We've got a great, beautiful little family. We're the fun uncle. We're the fun aunt. And we can go hang out any family reunion, have a good time, and then we go home and we leave all the kids there.
I'd love a big family, bro. Too old now, though. But like, back in the day.
Too old.
Back in the day in
I don't
Ireland,
think so.
like, it was, back in the day, they like say my grandmothers and stuff, like, it was, like, if you had a family of 8 kids, that was considered small. Yeah, my
8
bro,
kids was small?
my father's mother, this is no word of a lie, now they didn't all live, gave birth 23 times. That is absolutely insane. Don't ask. My father's side has a huge family, and even
My first question that I asked that
what
person?
what
How's your minge?
how's your minge, Nanny?
23?
But yeah.
Oh, God.
So
dang,
I wouldn't
bro.
have that many kids, but like 5 or 6 kids. I mean, it'd be tough as shit and cost a fortune, but I suppose you could just, I don't know. Not now, I'm too old.
23
Yeah.
kids.
Do you know what the thing as well was, bro? Back in those days, it was considered a sin by the Catholic Church to wear a condom.
All right. Well, we've got nothing to do today. What do you want to do? Well, I could go plow the left field, or I could plow your field. 23 babies later.
23 babies.
Damn, 23 times though, man. 23 times?
Mm.
You'd think at some point she'd just be like, no.
Yeah. I don't think she had a choice.
But can you imagine?
Back in
I
those
can't.
days, well, it was wild back in those days.
I just can't think of anybody I can think of. So she was here. Here's my question: was she pregnant 23 separate times, or sometimes had doubles, twins, triplets?
Did she have twins?
Because 23 separate times. Let me see. So you're telling me she was pregnant for 9 times 23, 207 months of her life.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that's what the math
207 months of pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Question to anybody watching this: Would you have 23 kids? Would you attempt to have 23 kids? Would you just keep having kids as long as you could try to have kids? Apparently, how old was she when she had her last kid?
I don't know,
That'd
but
be
I
a good
mean, if
question.
it wasn't for contraception, I mean, most women these days, if they got pregnant every time they had sex, would probably have about 2,050 kids. See, the longer it goes on, I'm joking. I love you all.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. I knew it was gonna start coming. I knew it was coming, guys.
I get tired. No, joking. I love you guys. I love you guys all a long time.
No, but to be fair, if it wasn't for contraception and all your medical checkups that you should be doing, keeping yourself healthy, if it wasn't for that, the STDs would be running rampant.
Oh, God.
And the pregnancies would be even 10 times worse than they already are. And God knows how that's all going to go. Or I know that everybody's screaming it's going to get worse and going to be ending because of everything Trump's doing. But I guess we won't see what the repercussions of it will be until, the next few years. I have heard something about him offering $5,000 per child tax bonus or tax relief if you have a child. Yeah.
See the big scandal. Remember the Teen Mom? Remember that thing on MTV? Teen Mom?
Oh gosh, Teen Moms.
Bro,
yeah.
they got paid an absolute fortune.
Seriously?
They got paid a lot of money because there was a big kick up about it because a lot of kids at that age were getting pregnant on purpose because they wanted to try and go on the show. Yeah, they got paid a hell of a lot more handsomer than we did. Like, I mean, like proper money, like,
Well, I mean,
from what I've heard.
What
was
going on in their lives though? I mean, that's a lot. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to be going through and dealing with all of that no matter what you paid me. No, wouldn't have wanted that. No, it's hard enough to be shooting a television show and having a relationship, much less shooting a television show and trying to be pregnant and be a teenager and keep your relationship together and have it like, nah, I can't imagine at that age. That's so hard. That's insanely hard. And that's going to follow you for the rest of your life too. Just like what we did, that'll fade off into the darkness and give it a year, couple of years, and nobody will ever remember any of it happened.
Bro, they're still posting people that say, from 90 Days Fiancé season 1, he's still like, what?
Yeah, but I mean, any of the stuff we did that was weird or embarrassing, like me cooking banana chips or running around half naked, all that stuff will be like tucked away and gone. Hopefully, cross my fingers.
Maybe not.
I don't know. I have a feeling.
Why was cooking banana chips embarrassing?
That wasn't embarrassing. It's just I don't want to be known as a banana chip king forever. Like it's just it's fun. It is fun to poke fun at it. Actually, I do kind of enjoy the joke. It's a good running joke. But and Tata enjoys calling me that as well. Oh look, he's my banana chip king. Come on.
Why I don't know. At least there's a king in the title.
I mean, yeah. At least she's calling me king.
If she was calling you the banana chip guy, that would kind of be a little bit more insulting. But she's calling you the king.
Yeah. Oh, guys. So when I first met Tata's dad, he saw my tattoos, not in person, but on FaceTime. He saw my tattoos and he got scared that I was a drug dealer or something because in Indonesia, big taboo against tattoos. They think you're a drug dealer or you're in a gang. That's pretty much what it means. So I went immediately, as soon as I found that out, that day, went to my tattoo artist and I said, I need you to give me a tattoo. It needs to be a cool banana. And this is what we got, guys. This is what we got.
Wait, so give me a look. So that's why you have the banana on your arm. Ah, okay.
That day.
In homage to him.
In homage to him, yep. And as soon as in homage, yeah. So I got it.
Homage.
Immediately sent Tata a picture, and I said, "Show this to your dad. Tell him I got it for him." And he loved it. He absolutely, and he realized, okay, he's not a bad guy. Because I got not just a banana, but a funny, cute banana,
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay, he's not a bad guy. I think it made him feel a lot more comfortable. That okay, this guy's not serious. He's not like a bad tattoo guy. He's just having fun. He's just a weird guy. He's just a little bit of a weird guy. He's a weird American, typical weird American.
If they have tattoos in Indonesia, they're gangsters or drug dealers or convicts, like more so.
Well, not convicts necessarily. Just they a lot of times you are in a gang, or that kind of thing. You don't have to necessarily be a drug dealer either. It's like one of those things that especially the older generation still looks at. And it really and they still are kind of running society right now. I think as the next generation comes in, the generation under them comes in, I think a lot of that stuff's kind of going to fade away.
Yeah, they'll get used to it. Shout out gang
culture. I saw quite a few people with tattoos, and they were not all gang members. They just weren't. Although I will say there are a lot less tattoos than there are here. 100%. 100% a lot less.
So if I went walking around Tata's village with my top off, my head tattoo, my head shaved, the way it was supposed to be cut the other day, what would they think?
First of all, you're going to have a ton of people trying to take pictures with you. Like, everybody will be trying to take pictures with you.
Why?
That's just what happens every day.
Dang.
Yep. We couldn't go shopping without people trying to take pictures of us.
The fuck?
Or pictures with me, not just of us. They would tell Tata, move out of the way, and they would come put their arm around me to take a picture with me.
Nice little white boy.
Oh, Tata would get mad. She'd get straight up jealous, man. She would get so mad. She'd get so mad, she would walk away and leave me in the market alone as these people are swarming me.
Damn.
Because she'd get mad that like I let them like come over to me. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Just start, boom, boom, get out of here, get out of the way. Like NFL it right down the line. Get away from me. Stiff arm everybody.
So as but besides the pictures, what would they be like? What the fuck?
They'd probably touch your they'd all be touching you and stuff like that. If you were walking around with your shirt on, yeah, they'd all be touching you, touching your tattoos and stuff. Like, ooh, these are real. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. They would love it. They would think you're fun.
Dang.
Yeah. You're white, so it doesn't
tan.
matter. You're white. So he's white, so they don't care because he's white. Well, this has been an interesting podcast. We've been a little bit of all over the place. Didn't really get to the point on anything, but
I think we did, bro.
Yeah, I think we definitely stirred some pots and got some panties in a knot. I know you did.
I always do. That's my job. It's my whole job here, bro.
I feel I really didn't know I was gonna end up becoming like the moderator, the middle one, the one who was going to be the one that more even keeled. I didn't realize that was going to be me. I really honestly thought I was going to be the one more unhinged than that guy. Not what happened. Not what happened at all. All right. Well, hey, thank you for joining us again for another How's Your Minge podcast. And we hope you join us again next time. If your panties aren't in too much of a knot after this last one. I know we kind of divulged a little bit off of topic. We went a little bit all over the place, but that's kind of just what to be expected here. You never know where we're going to end up. You never know where we're going to go. Any last words? You got any words of wisdom that you'd like to share with the world?
Don't let your past define your future.